So back earlier in the year, in March, I made a video about Dulwich Hamlet and more specifically their home Champion Hill. And the fact that they had to move out of this ground after being there for 106 years. But thankfully now, they are back in Champion Hill. Well, they will be in a few weeks' time. And we're going to be looking at in this video. And if you're new here, remember to click that subscribe button. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. If you could help me get to that milestone, it would be absolutely amazing. It would mean so much. But yeah, let's get into the video. So 5 years ago, a property company called Meadow Residential decided to purchase the land of Champion Hill for £5.7 million. And they did this with the view to building houses and flats on the land. And they said they would help Dulwich Hamlet find them a new home. And now 5 years pretty much passed, got to October 2017, and the company lost a legal battle with the local council, basically meaning that they were unable to build on this land in the way that they wanted to, so they couldn't build houses and flats on the site of Champion Hill. So they got a bit annoyed. A few months passed. What they did is they essentially made it impossible for Dulwich Hamlet to continue playing at the ground. Back in March, they issued Dulwich Hamlet with a £121,000 back rent bill, which they had to pay or face being kicked out of the ground. And it's money that Dulwich Hamlet, not being a particularly wealthy club, couldn't afford. And as Dulwich Hamlet didn't pay this, Meadow Residential decided to terminate their licence to play football at Champion Hill, basically meaning that it is not a registered football ground. So regardless, Dulwich Hamlet couldn't stay there. Also, what they did was trademark the name Dulwich Hamlet, also trademark some nicknames that they have, such as the Hamlet. It's just pathetic, and it didn't really last very long. After a few days, they realised that trademarking the club's name was just pathetic, and they handed the name back over to the club, but the ground was still not available for use. And with Dulwich Hamlet in a fierce promotion battle with Billericay Town for promotion to the National League South at the time, it was the last couple of months of the season. It was a really inconvenient time for all of this to be going on for them. But they found themselves a new home quite quickly. They moved to Imperial Fields, the home of Tooting and Mitcham United. It's 7.7 miles away. They ended up making some pretty good memories there. They got promoted through the playoffs up to the National League South, winning in the playoff final at Imperial Fields. And yeah, that's something that Dulwich Hamlet fans will remember for a long time. But regardless of that, obviously the main aim is to return home to Champion Hill. And as of the 23rd of October 2018, it was announced that they were going to be doing just that. Successful talks between the council, Meadow Residential and Dulwich Hamlet basically meant that Dulwich were going to be able to move back to Champion Hill within the next few weeks. The club has signed a new lease for the ground, as well as a lease for the AstroTurf pitch, which is next to it. And this has basically happened because Dulwich Hamlet have agreed to go in line with the council's ambitions of investing in sporting facilities for the benefit of the football club and the wider community. And also the council has agreed not to pursue a potential compulsory purchase order on the Champion Hill site for the duration of Dulwich Hamlet's lease. Also, what's going to happen is Dulwich Hamlet are going to be able to keep all their matchday revenue, so ticket sales, money from the food outlets in the bar, etc., which is really good for the club. But because the ground hasn't been used for about 8 months, there are a lot of renovation work that needs to be done. The pitch needs to be brought up to good quality, and this is going to take 4 to 6 weeks. So within the next couple of months, Dulwich Hamlet will be back in Champion Hill, which is a very exciting thing for their fans and for the wider community as a whole, because it's been brought with really good reaction from right across the footballing community, because it is really a sense of justice has been done. Dulwich Hamlet are back home. But yeah, let me know what you think of this whole situation in the comment section down below. Do you think that Dulwich Hamlet should have been allowed to have been kicked out of their ground in the first place? And are you really happy that they are finally back at Champion Hill? Let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. I hope to see you in the next video. And thanks for watching.